Yes, this is very instructive moment. This is very constructive moment. This is very directive moment. It is a moment that we come to understand very critical elements. Understanding instructions. Now, we did some discussion about instructions, but now this I'm just focusing on one of the component of personal DCI, which is instructions. What make you cannot destroy you. Direction. Whoever gives it to instruction prosper. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. The wise in heart are called discerning. Gracious words promote instruction. That is very profound. That is very critical. From this context of the scripture, there are a lot of information that we can learn from this. There are two key elements that I want us to focus on. Number one, listening, and number two, speaking. This context of listening and speaking promotes instruction. There is instructions given while listening, and there is instructions that you are giving out when you are speaking. These are very profound areas in our lives. Now, looking at the text, those who eat instruction prosper. The byproduct, the results, the outcome, the output of listening to instruction is prosperity. Now, who doesn't want to prosper? Every one of us is looking forward to prosperity, having good life, having good car, having good house, having good family. Prosperity. You want to prosper, but you can't prosper if you are not following instructions, listening to instruction. People who are prospering in life are people who are listening to instruction. Now, to add and top up is that trusting the Lord brings blessing. So blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. And it is very clear, cursed is a man who trusts in another man. There are people who trust in other people, and that's why they get frustrated. And that's why majority of them commit suicide, because their trust is in another human being. Their trust is in another person. Their trust is in their parents. Their trust is in their brother. Their trust is in their particular CEO. Their trust is in the particular manager. Trust in the Lord. What I'm saying is that respect them, but trust in the Lord. Build your trust in the Lord, and you will see blessing. And let's not narrow our blessing to material things. Having good health is blessing. Having good sight is a blessing. Having what you have is a blessing. Seeing a new day is a blessing. Going to new places is a blessing. That is why our philosophy, our ideology on blessing should be wider, not narrowed. Let's go deep about blessing. So number one, prosperity. Those are material things. Number two is now the blessings. What money cannot buy. Things that money cannot buy is now what I call blessing. Trust in the Lord and you will get these things which money cannot buy. Joy, peace, love, kindness, gentleness, self-control. These are things that money cannot buy. But when you have them, you are blessed. Number two critical component is that speaking. Now, what does the speaking alleviate in our thoughts? Now we are told, just listen very carefully. We are told the wise heart are called discerning, and gracious words promote instruction. The wise heart, understanding person is called discerning. Understanding and gracious words promotes instructions. So, how you give instruction matters. If you can listen to instruction, then you can give instruction. If you are not listening to instruction, it is hard to give instruction. That is where we fail. People want others to follow them, but they are not following what is supposed to be followed. Promote gracious words, kind words, promote instruction. People are willing to hear words which come with grace, words which comes with kindness. People are willing to hear such instruction. You know, there are people who give instruction with pride. They give instruction with boasting. They give instruction as if they are the only people who are under the earth. But let me tell you, instructions, when you are speaking, speak with love. When you are giving instruction, give with love. And the people receiving instruction will receive well. They will follow instructions. Even in the organization setting, there are rules and regulations which must be followed. But how the company provides these rules and regulation creates impact, either positive or negative. So there are consequences on how we give instructions. So number one, listening to instruction. Number two, speaking instructions. When you give instructions, when you provide instructions, when you direct people to do what is supposed to be done, it has to be with understanding, graciously, with kindness, with humility. Don't command people. Don't post that you know. That's why you want them to know what you know. No. Be gracious in your giving of instruction. So, how do we promote instructions? By listening. How do we promote instruction? By speaking graciously. Now, the moral of understanding instruction. The Lord gives us the power to create wealth. Listen, that is very critical instruction. If you want to create wealth, it comes from the Lord. He gives you the power. He gives you the ability. Follow that instruction and you will never go amiss. Number two, with the fruits of man's mouth, his stomach will be satisfied. He will be satisfied with the product of his lips. Now listen, how you speak, your speech can create or destroy. Your lips can make your stomach to be filled or make you to be empty. So watch your mouth. And that's why it says when you read Proverbs 18:20, the power of tongue, the power of your tongue. There is life and death. How you speak can determines what you eat. When you relate well with people, you will eat well. When you relate badly with people, you live empty stomach. So please watch your words. There is power in your words. And words spoken can never be reversed. There is evilness if you speak evil words. And there is goodness if you speak good words. Encouraging words. Directive words. Watch your hearing and watch your words. Watch what you hear and watch what you are speaking. That will create your life. That's why I will end with this very critical story. And it came and it is real. A lecturer was giving an exam to the student, and in every exam, as we know, normally there are instructions at the top. You're given instructions, and the instructions can be answer question 1 and any other 2, or answer only 4 questions, or only 3 questions. Instructions. When you follow instructions, you'll do the right thing. Now, so exams was given by an examiner, and the instructions were, do not answer any question. Instruction: answer no question. Few of the students read the instruction and they followed the instruction. 99% read didn't read the instruction, but they went on. So others were wondering, how did you finish? They were looking around. Somebody's just relaxed and waiting for the time to pick the exams by the examiner, by the invigilator. To their surprise, the examiner told them the question only takes 1 hour. The questions are very easy. Do them. Now, this is just words. I'm giving you instruction through words. But the most critical direction and instruction is in the question paper. Read instructions. So those who read instruction didn't do the questions. Those who didn't read the instruction, they did the questions. So the examiner picked the teacher picked the exams, and to the surprise, 99% of the students did the questions. 1% of the students didn't do the question. What is the moral of this story? We fail because we fail to read, follow instruction. Please follow instruction. Quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Thanks, empowered to listen and speak instruction wise.